Greetings, weary travelers and fellow story gremlins, to another reaction sleepover. This is the series where we get cozy and we react to stuff. I feel like I haven't said the full spiel in a bit. My bad, if that's true. I don't remember. There is not a particular theme for today, it's just stories that looked interesting. The titles intrigued me. Let's head on into it. If you have any stories that you think would intrigue me, email me, or link in description. Be sure to grab your cozies and snackies, and let's head on into it. I'm extra cozy. I've got my sweats on, and I've got a blanket. And it's a nice we're transitioning to fall kind of day. I love it. As you well know, if we're going to do anything, we're going to be cozy. So this one's a camping story. The title is just, here's a new one for you. Just wanted a simple weekend of car camping before school starts again, and this guy in the site across me started welding. And using a drill at 10 p.m. at night. Welding. Sir, can you not cosplay as Tony Stark right now? Welding? During camping? At 10 at night? I have so many questions. It just becomes a camping legend instead of Bigfoot. It's, oh no, do you hear the welding? Do you hear that in the distance? I would be far more afraid of Welding Man than Bigfoot. Edit. Thanks, this person, for adding the pictures I snapped this AM. I sadly didn't get a pic of his setup from the night before, which was much more impressive, but he noisily cleaned it up and then set to chopping wood last night after the host asked him to stop. Bro, now is not the time. Welding is cool. Doing this stuff is neat. You don't do it around other people in the middle of the night. That's so weird. What prompted him to do this? This is the only time that inspiration strikes. He must create his art. Where is the courtesy for other people? When I'm camping, I am afraid that my flashlight in the middle of the night or me crunching my feet on the gravel is gonna wake people up. Full on welding? What is going through their mind that this is not so rude to do? To add a bit of backstory, last Saturday he and his lady friend left their 2 dogs in the trailer from 8 to 12:30 at night, and they barked/howled the entire time. Dude. One was a beagle, so if you know, you know. If they're talking about what I think they're talking about. So my best friend has a puggle. For those of you who don't know, that's a mix between a pug and a beagle. Now the pug, if you know pugs, they're lazy, they're cuddly, all that. Beagles? They're hound dogs. They will howl. And that side of her comes out more often than not. So she'll howl at everything. Imagining a full beagle. They had a friend at the site come check on them a couple of times, but that didn't quiet them. It probably made them go louder. That is the funny thing though about dogs, is the reason why they bark so much, especially beagles. They are very watchdog. But most dogs on some level, they're doing that to protect their pack. It's so funny. It's adorable, but also obviously sometimes annoying, but also just cute when you think about it in general. It's aw, you're protecting your home. But yeah, some dogs, they take that to a whole other level. We're off to war. Maybe that's what the welding is for. Maybe they know something we don't. They're welding together some armor for both them and their trusty steeds. I just pictured someone riding their dog off to war. But yeah, maybe they know something we don't. Maybe the orcs are coming. Who knows? Still, a little shut-eye would be nice. When they finally pulled in at 12:30 and idled for a couple minutes, I walked over to his big truck, TM, and said, "Hey, are you guys back for the night? Your dogs have been barking for hours." He was wearing a tux and just stared me down. Who in the James Bond? The longer this goes, the more I'm just convinced that this person knows something. They are a spy, and they're welding because they're preparing for something big to happen. And just stared me down, saying nothing. Finally, his lady friend said, "We checked on them." And I said, "Okay, but that didn't stop them, and it's 12:30. It's quite late. Plus, that's the thing with camping. There is camping etiquette. I get that sometimes dogs can be annoying. Sometimes you can't get them to stop barking, but at least try." Stuff like that, or the welding. The welding thing is the weirder part. At least with dogs, it's sometimes dogs just do that, and you do your best. But welding? He continued to stare at me. I said, "So are you back then?" And he said, "Okay." Okay? It's a weird way to answer a yes or no question. "Are you back then?" "Okay." She then snapped, "We were at a wedding." I said, "Great," and walked away. She mumbled either "oh F off" or "oh F her." I didn't quite catch it. They idled there for another 5 minutes, lights on, and went to bed. That is frustrating. What an interesting combo. Like, they're camping, but they've gone to a wedding. Maybe it's at an area where camping made more sense, which, you know, that's fine. Like, travel-wise and everything. But, like, saying F her or F off when, like, completely reasonable for her to come up to you, be like, dude, your dogs have been barking for, like, hours. But yeah, the reaction of, like, as if she was being rude to you, it really doesn't seem like it. Like, she was making an observation. And also like, hey, can you guys do something about this? Like, the day before yesterday, their beagle got away from their kid and ran up at my dog. I picked mine up and waited for the kid or parents to come get it while it jumped on me. The kid did come and get it and didn't say sorry, although to her credit, a few hours later, she saw me on a walk and did. Well, that's nice. That's the day I walked by as he changed the oil. That night, all Mr. Truck did, all Mr. Truck did was play country music and chop wood past quiet hours, which I can deal with. Come on! Like, doing the deliberate things, can you not do this earlier in the day? Like, the welding too. Like, the welding might be a little annoying earlier in the day, but like at the same time, why do you have to do it at night? What is going on? Again, camping etiquette. You do your best to not be like overly like obnoxious to your fellow camp people. Last night is the night the welding happened. Oh, great. Also some kind of drilling and sawing. What? What is he making? Just as a note, this is not a remote area at all, and they had a car and a truck, so it's not like we were stranded. And apparently they're there for the season, so not a desperate attempt to get out. The folks across from me next to them got fed up and left at 9 p.m., but bonus, they came over and offered me their leftover wood and cardboard. I'm chill with a little noise, light music, kids playing, weed, whatever, but I draw the line at leaving your hounds for 4.5 hours and 10 p.m. welding. Yeah, the dogs thing, that's like kind of a hard one, because especially when you're not physically there, like you're not physically there to like take care of it. But if you know they're just going to be loud and obnoxious, especially while you're gone, maybe get a dog sitter or train them better to not bark incessantly while you're gone. But the welding is like a whole other, like making all that noise, especially at night. Like why do you have to do this at nighttime? Apparently this is the picture. I mean, cool. Like, I mean, I can't speak for other people, but I feel like during the daytime, doing welding and stuff doesn't necessarily have to be a problem, but why at night, man? And yeah, the dogs, like, either train them a little better or leave them at home. I don't know. I have never heard of someone doing that. Like, not only the welding itself, but doing it in the middle of the night. What the heck? Hey, it's our friend Season Sector. Welcome back, buddy. This is the senior prank that was so weak, it wasn't even a prank. Oh. I just didn't even notice. It's fine. Hello again. This is about the senior prank on Senior Prank Day. Normally, it was a normal day. Go to sleep, wake up, go to the college course, and then back to the high school. Did I participate in senior prank? I honestly have no memory for what we did, if we did. Well, not today, because it was a senior prank day. I personally didn't do this because at this point, I still hated school. Real. And attended any event that wasn't prom would leave me with the fact that, I don't know, many months left until school ended, but that's besides the point. So the seniors go to the college to do our courses that count for a high school grade and college credit. I don't remember. I don't remember, actually. That's me every other day, every other minute, if we're being real. Like, I think, and then my brain just goes blank. It's impossible to have a conversation with me. It's been 9 years. And so skipped a photography/Photoshop class. We noticed as we were walking into the school that the halls were surprisingly clean. Honestly, high schoolers are gross. 2014, the seniors did styrofoam cups with water, and the seniors in either 2011 or 2012 did glitter balloons. Oh. Crying in janitor. Those poor things. Have to deal with the high school nonsense more than usual. There is usually gross nonsense in high schools, but for senior pranks, especially when it involves like glitter is a menace. Glitter gets everywhere, inside every crevice, inside every little nook and cranny. Glitter is forever. Call me Edward at this point. So the teacher is like, there was an indoor beach and pulled up photos, and sure enough, there was a sand. Wow, great reading, Amanda. There was sand. Fake trees. I like that sand is capitalized. Just to scare Anakin. Fake trees, pool toys, and a beach ball. It's like, okay, that's definitely something I wouldn't consider it a prank, but it's better than nothing. The teacher said that, just like, if I can't go on vacation, I'll just pretend I can here. But here's where my disappointment comes in. Along with many other students that saw this photo in my class, the teacher said that the students were told a specific hall had to be cleaned before they raised the gate that connects the gym and cafeteria to the rest of the classes so students can go to class. Sorry for the run-on sentences. How dare you! It's okay. I shall smite thee! And I had many students were like, what's the point of doing this prank if no one could even see it? Heck, the seniors from the previous pranks mentioned cleaned up, but everyone saw it and had to walk in. But apparently no, an indoor beach is too much. I'm still a little peeved that this is what was called a prank. So it sounds like you did do it, but then you had to clean it up like immediately after? That's lame. At least you had pictures, I guess. Unless I'm dumb and I'm reading it wrong. The epitome of, it doesn't exist if there's no pictures. Oh, okay, if I'm understanding it right, it's like you did it, you took the picture, and then showed it to the teacher like, ha, you can't go on vacation, sucker. What an even more punch to the gut. Like, not only can the teacher not go on actual vacation to see an actual beach, he doesn't even get to see the prank beach. It's just a photo. The infinite torture. Teachers never escape. Again, assuming I'm reading this right. If I didn't, you can smite me. Okay, this one I am very excited for the title alone. And I talked a little with the person when I was asking permission and everything, and they were so fun to talk to. This is The Legend of Limbo Jimbo. I'm so intrigued. I've been out of high school for over a decade, and people still talk about the legend of Limbo Jimbo. This just feels like living like Larry. The vibes I'm getting, this is Jimbo was living like Larry, 100%. So I figured I'd share it where I know it'll be appreciated. At the time of the story, I, 18 at the time, was a senior, and my brother Jimbo, 16 at the time, was a sophomore. My brother has always had a unique sense of style, and to this day consistently rocks a brand of sweatpants overalls called Swoveralls. Wait. He's wearing sweats and then overalls? Is he not hot? But then would you even see the overalls? Those are just for him. Those are secret. And he let you in on the secret. Ooh, the council. The fellowship of the sweatpants. I make so many Lord of the Rings jokes. Back in high school, his favorite look was to have one long sweatshirt string and one short one. Oh, he's one of those. No! I always hated seeing those. If I ever saw that, I'd always fix it. Not everyone. I wasn't that socially apt. I only did it with people I was comfortable with. Could you imagine though? Anytime I see someone with that, just in the hallway, I just go, boom. I do it so fast they don't even see. I am short enough that I could get away with it. Just go, yes, sound effect and all. They just hear that and they don't see anything. They look around, I'm already gone. Wow, how pointless. I have the power of pickpocketing. Pickpocketing? Is that the word? Pickpocket? Yes. I have that power and I just use it to fix people's strings. Anyway, sheesh. Sometimes in the hallway, one of his friends would grab the long sweatshirt string and they would play limbo with people going to class. How long is this string? Just keeps going and going. And then when you get to the end of one string, another one is tied at the other end and they just keep pulling and pulling. He's like, what? I gotta be ready for playing more limbo with more people. Jimbo's prepared. Students and teachers loved it and they still managed to get to class before the bell. One day the principal, who was in her first year as principal and on a power trip, great, walked up to them and told them to go to her office. Once there, she told them that they were in trouble for bullying. Wait, your brother? What? Allegedly made 2 students cry, blocking the hallway, and otherwise being delinquent. They explained that even teachers participated, and if anyone asked them to move, they would have done so happily. Like, where are you getting your information from, madam? She didn't care and gave each of them a week of detention? For playing limbo? Here comes the revenge. Someone made a group on Facebook, Free Limbo Jimbo. Free. See, I read that at first like, oh, free limbo, as if it's some exclusive thing you have to usually pay to get into. But no, free Limbo Jimbo. Free him! From the Facebook group, which garnered nearly 200 members in less than 12 hours, a plan emerged. Dude, what a well-loved guy. Everyone's like, this is our one joy in the passing the hallways to go to class. This is our one thing we can enjoy before walking to our doom. Just let us have this. The following morning, everyone was to gather outside the school for one thing. The one thing that could bring it all together. A limbo protest. Never would I have thought I would see limbo and protest together in a sentence. We stood outside for all of homeroom and first period. Posters were decorated, shirts were made, students chanted, "Free Limbo Jimbo! Free Limbo Jimbo!" I love these people. This is community. Could you imagine? He's like in detention. He just looks out the window. He starts beaming because he sees how much people love him. Ah, I love that for him. When the second period bell rang, we took to action. satisfaction. A large speaker played the Limbo song as nearly... Is that the one where it's like dun 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 dun? That song haunts that principal's dreams to this day. As nearly 200 students limboed into our school one by one. Our principal was furious. She tried to take down names for detention, but there were too many of us. Like, you can't do it to us all. This is such an amazing story. When the last bell rang that day, my brother, myself, and about 20 other students walked into the detention room to pay our debt to society. The detention supervisor took one look at us all and said, "I marked you as attended. If you run, you might still catch the bus." Even the detention person, even the detention supervisor was like, "You know what? I respect you all. Get going." You are amazing. And there you have it. Today I dug out my old Limbo shirt and happily wore it to commemorate the greatest protest in all Northwestern New Jersey. Regional high school history. Finn. I love this story so much. Bro, one of the greatest stories I've ever read. Send my best to Limbo Jimbo. He seems awesome. I love it when people come together for the most dumb things. What an amazing story of community. I hope he was immortalized in the yearbook. I hope. Thank you so much for letting me read that. That is, I think, probably one of my favorite stories to date now. I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to take like all of my favorite stories and like make compilations of them, because there's some really good ones that I think need to be appreciated more. Let me know if you guys be into that. I think that would be fun. All right, pals, that is going to be it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the stories, to all the OPs who have let me read them. Go give them some love, they deserve it. If you have any stories like these or any others that you think would be intriguing or fun for me to read, you can either email me or there's links in the description. As always, I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for coming to the sleepover. I love reading stories. It's just fun and it's cozy. Especially when it's stories like these that are just utterly amazing by themselves. I love finding these little gems. But that is it. I hope you're doing well, but if not, I hope this video has brightened your day at least a little bit. I know it has certainly brightened mine. I never want to forget Limbo Jimbo. And that is it, my cozy gremlins. Take care of yourselves and each other. Do your best to be a good human, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! I wish I could meet Limbo Jimbo.